how to find out irrational numbers between two rationals. Okay, if any two rational numbers are given, how to find out the irrational numbers between them. So let's see. First, let me write the definition for this. How to find out the numbers. Okay, if for example between two rational numbers. So if A and B. So if I understand the definition, it's easy to find out any rational numbers between two rationals. Okay, if A and B two, these two are distinct positive rational numbers. Distinct means both must be different. Distinct positive rational numbers. Okay, when these both are distinct positive rational numbers and such that once AB are two distinct positive rational numbers, then A into B, AB means this is A into B, is not a perfect square. If you multiply both, it should not be a perfect square. A into B is not perfect square. Then if A into B is not perfect square, then square root of A into B is an irrational number. Is an irrational number. So it's very simple. I explain the examples. Is irrational number. So that is lying between A and B. That is indirectly lying between A and B. Fine. If we take any two distinct positive rational numbers, if you multiply that both numbers, it should not be perfect square. That's first condition. Then square root of A into B is a irrational number. Okay, let's take with example. For example, find out. Okay, find an irrational number. An irrational number between 2 and 2.5. Okay, between 2 and 2.5, I need to find out irrational number. Now, according to the rules, when you see the solution, A into B is not perfect square. So here A is equals to 2. Okay, let A is equals to 2 and B is equals to 2.5. Then A into B. Okay, if you multiply this, A into B is equals to 2 into 2.5. 2 into 2.5 is 5.0, that is equals to 5, right? 5 is not perfect square. Okay, perfect square is only like 16, because you can write 4 square, and 9 you can write 3 square. So these are the perfect squares. 16, 9 and 4 we can write 2 square. So these are perfect square, but 5 you cannot write any number square. Then A into B is 5, that is not a perfect square. Then square root of A into B, that is square root of 5, because A into B is 5. So square root of 5 is irrational number. Is irrational between 2 and 2.5. That's it. So only you have to test whether it's a perfect square or not. And we'll do few more problems. For example, not only one, if it's more than one, write two irrational numbers. The question is, write two irrational numbers between root 14, square root of 14 and square root of 19. In between this, we need to find out two irrational numbers. Now if you observe root 14 and root 19. Between 14 and 19 generally we have 15, 16, 17, 18, right? Between 14 and 19 we have 15, 16, 17, 18. But in this, if you apply square root of 15, square root of 16, square root of 17, square root of 18, square root of 16 value is 4. So this is not a rational number. Only root 15, root 17, root 18. So this is not root 16, because root 16 is 4. So between two irrational numbers, write two irrational numbers between root 14 and root 19 means among these three we can write any two. Therefore answer is root 15, root 17 and root 18. These are three are there. So you can take any two. Okay, it's simple. And more than two, for example, they are asking three. Let's take this. Write three irrational numbers between. Write three irrational numbers. Write three irrational numbers between. So let's take between root 2 and root 7. So if you want to find out three irrational numbers between them, so let us take 2 and 7. So between roots 2 and root 7, generally we have between 2 and 7 we have numbers 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this perfect square, 4 is the perfect square. Okay, because 4 we can write 2 square. So you should not take this. 3, 5, 6 are not perfect square. Directly apply the square root. So root 3, root 5, root 6. These three are irrational numbers. Irrational numbers between root 2 and root 7. Right? Only which is not perfect square. We can take any other number. If you apply square root, they are nothing but irrational numbers. So we can solve the problems in this way. Whenever according to definition, if any two are distinct positive irrational numbers, then if a into b is not perfect square only, root of ab is a irrational number. Right? Using this definition and property, we'll apply. We'll find out irrational numbers between any two rational numbers. So this is about irrational numbers. Next we'll see how to rationalize denominators and real numbers with some more concepts. We'll see.